Ugh. No matter how hard you try, the garage always gets messy. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Elias. If you are new here and you like car stuff, click the button below to subscribe. So as you can see behind me, well, I've got a number of cars, and each car represents a project. But today, we're talking about our Prelude project, the race car. So our task this year is to get this Prelude up to snuff to be competitive in the street prepared class of the STCA Racing for Time Trials, because this car is going to be doing all kinds of racing, track days, and even the Doria hill climb. So there's a lot of things to do. There's a long road ahead of us, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So the first thing we're going to do today is to look over it, see what it needs, make an initial list of things I gotta buy to replace on the Prelude. We're gonna start with that little weird noise that I found as I was doing the hill climb the other day. We're gonna see if I can find it and see what it is. I think it's a motor mount. Let's go check it out. As usual, before I start work, I like to clean up the area I'm working in. So I took everything out, cleaned everything out, I sweeped it, I used my leaf blower back there to blow everything out. Threw some stuff out. Here's a snow blower. I'll put it back where it goes. And yeah, now we can go see what's wrong with the Prelude. Alrighty, let's see if it starts. Got my key here. Wow, this battery's 100% dead. Alright, let's open the hood. So as I take the battery off, I noticed that there was at least one, probably two or three mice or rats living right there. I'll show you guys in a little bit, but I'll take the battery off first. See if we can rescue the battery. I'm guessing it's a 10. It's just a tad bit. There we go. Open it up. Unplug it. This is probably a 12. Here's what I'm talking about. There's the little hairs and shit. It's probably a 16 actually. I have a 16. No. Bigger than a 16. One thing that I complain about is that my tools are a mess. My toolbox is just awful. I don't even want to show you guys. Let's see, is it 18? It's 18. Yeah, so every time I gotta go find something, I gotta go search for it. It's in a pile of nonsense, and it takes like 5 minutes each, and every 5 minutes is basically a waste of time. I will be addressing that sometime soon, hopefully. Well, not hopefully, I have to. Got no choice, but for now, I'll work with what we got. Now, in case you're wondering what this is a modified battery bracket to accommodate for this tiny little battery. And the reason why we have a tiny battery is because, well, you have two choices for the battery here. What you really want is to get as least amount of weight here as possible. You can remove the battery and move it to the back, but that requires a battery relocation kit. That's a lot of work. Or do one of these jobs and you get a nice little lightweight battery that does the job of turning the car on. Problem with these small batteries is if you don't turn your car on pretty much every day, the battery goes dead. So I'm going to take this out and we're going to jump start the car. I'm going to take this and I'm going to plug it to a trickle charger, see if it works out. These headers are awesome. We'll look at it from under it. There's a motor mount right there. There's one right there. And there's another one right there. And I believe there's one in the back too. I'm not sure actually. but that's what we're going to be checking out today, see if it shakes a lot or not. We could spend another 6 hours just looking at the car and seeing what it needs and what I'm going to take out. For example, intake tube, it's got some some tape there because it broke right there and I was too cheap to fix it. We've got the air conditioner is no longer charged up. Do I charge it up again, or do I just take it out? It is a race car after all. Got some leakage right there. Lots of things that we can talk about, but let's concentrate on that weird vibration that I saw. Let's start the car up. Now, as you saw there, the engine seems to be in pretty decent shape. Turned on really quickly. As long as you have that battery plugged in, it's good to go. So it's a pretty sound engine. Now everything else around it probably needs work. Let's go investigate further. Now in modern cars, in order to accelerate the engine, you have to go into the driver's seat and press the gas pedal. On these older cars, we have a little thing called a manual throttle right back here. Oh yeah. Let's see if the engine moves when I accelerate. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but the engine moves quite a lot. And I actually already found what the issue is. Let's take a closer look. So what we're looking at here is that front engine mount. That moves quite a lot. And that's not under load. So can you imagine, under load, how much play that has? So that needs to be changed immediately. There's also a very interesting chirping coming from somewhere, and I was like, where is this chirping coming from? Is it my power steering pump? I mean, basically since I bought the car 10 or 12 years ago, I thought that was going bad, but it's still kicking. It's not even making a noise right now. No, it's not the power steering pump. It's not the brand new alternator. I don't think. It could be, but I don't think it's the new alternator. I'm pretty sure under there is the AC compressor, and once those starts chirping like that, it's basically on its way out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the air conditioner system from this car. We don't need it, it's not a daily driver, and it's going bad anyway. So add that to the list of things I have to do. Alrighty, so in that initial little brush up, we already have quite the list. Let's go over it one more time. What's my initial list of things to do? Well, first, I need to either fix the battery, hopefully it recharges. If not, I need to buy a new battery. And if I need to buy a new battery, should I just get a bigger battery and do a relocation kit? I might just do that. Second, there is of course a broken engine mount, and what that means is that all the engine mounts are probably bad, so I'm going to switch out all the engine mounts for probably either energy engine mounts or something more stiff in order to get that engine under control. It needs to have the air conditioning system removed. As you heard it there, it's chirping, and when you hear that coming from your compressor, it means your compressor is basically broken. Probably what happened is some kind of moisture or dust got in there at some point during some kind of installation a long time ago, and through some time it just, you know, got stuck inside the compressor, and the compressor just went kaput. So, alright guys, I'm gonna just cut it here with the video. I have a lot of things to order and look up and see what's best. I'm gonna do some research on what best engine mounts to get. I'm gonna see what I need to get in order to do an AC delete, and I'm gonna have a lot of fasteners and things missing from the engine bay that need to be sorted as well. So this video is just to show you guys my initial list of things I gotta do. It's basically like a journal. We're going to be building this car together, and if you guys have any suggestions, anything you want to see, anything you want to know, any questions, of course, put it down in the comments below. If you had this car, what would you do to it? Let me know in the comments. Alright guys, thanks for watching as always. If you haven't yet, please go ahead and subscribe. There's going to be a lot more videos to come. I got to tackle that Subaru at some point. This D335D needs a new fuel filter and a new harmonic balancer replacement, as well as a new intake to be put in there. It needs the swirl flap delete installed, and then the type R, of course, we're going to do that. Clutch delay valve delete, and a few other modifications for this year's track days. And I'm not even going to talk about the S2000 yet because it's all the way in the garage. So I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.